Hey guys, Striders here with another pre-game stats breakdown. I think this time, since it is the first game of the new season, I won't be going over hard stats because they're very misleading. There's nothing you can really grab from them since there's only like 5 to 50 games played combined through both teams. So it's going to be pretty difficult to do this. But starting off on the red team, we're going to have a Syndra, Misfortune, Cho'Gath, Malphite, and Taric versus the blue team, who has Rumble, Anivia, Ezreal, Lee Sin, and Zyra. So it should be an interesting match. A lot of really strong champions. But starting off on top lane, we're going to have Cho'Gath versus Rumble. Now, Cho'Gath vs. Rumble is a pretty interesting matchup. Rumble should have the advantage, I think, just because of his scrap shield. I don't think there's any way that Cho'Gath is going to be able to hit him in a rupture. I just don't think it's going to be possible. So unless Rumble is overheating and completely misplaced, I don't think it's going to happen. So I think that's going to give Rumble a huge advantage. Then going into mid lane, we're going to have Syndra versus Anivia. This lane I'm a little torn on because I have not seen many Syndras, if any. But she does have a lot of really long range harass. She does have a nice stun, and as everybody knows, Anivia can't do anything when she's stunned. Well, I mean, a little bit more than other people. Like, she can't explode her Q. So like her stun ball that flies across, she can't press it again to actually stun somebody when she's stunned or silenced. If she has her ultimate down, it is no longer down if she's stunned, and she's one of the only champions that has that real problem. So I think that, and the fact that Anivia is just really slow, I think it's just going to be really easy for Syndra to be able to muscle her out of lane early on. So I think I'm going to give the advantage to Syndra on the mid lane. Then if we look at the jungle, we're going to have Lee Sin versus Malphite, pretty typical. But Lee Sin is very gank heavy, and Malphite is not really too much of anything except for late game and a phenomenal initiator. He does some decent, lane ganks and stuff like that. He will be able to throw that slow, especially if Rumble tries to scrap shield out of there. He's going to speed him up quite a bit. But I still don't think Cho'Gath will land that rupture to help on that. So I think Lee Sin will be much more gank heavy and lane present, which should give blue team the early game advantage. And then if we take a look at the bot lane, we're going to have Misfortune and Taric versus Ezreal and Zyra. So Zyra's the new up-and-coming support that a lot of people have been playing, including the professionals. That Grasping Roots Stranglethorns combo is just absolutely insane. She has basically unlimited board. She just throws a seed in a bush, and she's like, oh, hey, I can see you. I mean, yeah, it may be temporary, but she'll be able to see if they're in the bush messing around or if they actually recalled, so they can do an initiation, which is pretty nice. Ezreal, he's still the phenomenal champion. Misfortune, she has a really strong early game, which I think will help significantly. The new changes on her ultimate, well, they're not really new anymore, but changes on her ultimate should make her teamfight capabilities pretty strong. The extra armor from Taric should help quite a bit. It's really hard to say, but I think I'm still going to have to go with Ezreal for later on in the game, especially once you throw Lee Sin and Zyra in the mix. Lee Sin should be able to help out significantly with those ganks. So let me know who you guys are going to win, and let's get in the game and see what happens. Hey everybody, Strider's back with another slice of ELO Heaven once again, and today we are going to be featuring Cris playing Rumble in the jungle. Hopefully he will do a phenomenal job, but I'm a little bit worried about the different types of banners we have here. We do have some, so this might be a fan game, possibly. Or it might just be, no, I don't think it's ranked 5s. I don't know exactly what this is yet. But there's a few diamond, it looks like a few platinum, and a gold. I don't know. It'll be interesting. That is for sure. So pretty much everybody's unranked at this point, so I'm a little bit, I really have no idea how everyone's going to do right now. So he most likely is just doing his placement matches in solo queue. So we'll see how it ends up turning out in the long run. It may be a little bit difficult, but there is quite a bit of AP coming out from the blue team. So we do have Rumble, Zyra support, I'm guessing, as well as an Anivia mid. And Anivia mid is, as everybody knows, an extremely strong champion. Lee Sin will be in the jungle doing his normal Lee Sin thing. Lee Sin's just a really amazing jungler altogether. There's no denying the fact that he's a really good jungler. But on the red team, it looks like we will have a Malphite jungle against and then a Cho'Gath tower. Oh, blue team could be in a hell of a lot of problems. Oh my gosh, this is going to be really bad. Electro Harpoon's coming out. The stun not quite landing. Lee Sin landing it up. The snare going. If that stun did land from... Uh-oh, now Misfortune is exhausted. She does flash. It gets a crazy juke, but they are able to pick it up. Ezreal cuts her off from the other side. It looks like the auto attack from Anivia is going to be able to save it. Wow. Definitely not good for the red team, but fantastic for the blue team. Everybody got an assist. Everyone was in on that. And they killed the AD carry. And she used one of her potions on top of that. Ooh, that is going to make her laning phase a little bit weaker than she may want. So that is for sure. Just the lack of that one health potion puts her at a slight disadvantage. So depending on how good this AD carry is here at the bottom, it could be really, really bad for them. So we'll see how it goes. But it looks like Ezreal will end up leashing these golems. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do this by himself. It looks like, yes, he is still able to kite him pretty well. Zyra's going to throw in the snare. And yes, that is going to be a lot of damage coming in. And wow, that golem is really sinking them down. And Zyra picking up that last hit. Definitely not something she wanted to do. That health regen from that golem would have been very, very nice to have on Ezreal. But, uh-oh, this could be really bad. Taric's completely out of position. Are they going to force out his flash? I don't believe they will. But, man, this is not a good situation for Taric. Taric dodges that Q. That would have been heartbreaking. Oh, more damage again. Uh-oh. Are they going to be able to pick it up? It's so hard to say. They're in a between three members. The Flash Dazzle coming out. And now Ezreal, one more auto attack. He gets the Ignite on her, but she does have that. Oh, they're going to be able to slow her down. No, Zyra ends up going down to the Malphite. And oh, the Zyra passive is going to be able to pick up. No, it doesn't actually go for the Misfortune, which is quite surprising. Very, very surprising. But a lot of action coming down in bottom lane already. Zyra is finally respawned, and uh-oh, looks like Lee Sin setting up for a gank in mid. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm ready for this one. This is going to be really bad. If Syndra gets hit by a Q, she is going to have a heck of a time. But since she is able to push quite a bit, Anivia is just going to stick to farming and basically say, no, don't worry about it. It looks like Anivia is just getting pushed quite heavily. In the meantime, wow, this could be bad for Cho'Gath. But that Rupture turning Rumble around is definitely going to be useful. But red team is pinging out this. Oh my gosh, no, Lee Sin is going to get cut out. He is going to be able to safeguard to the Rumble. Perfect play. Great juke. Got away from that Rupture. And oh, Lee Sin lands it. And that is going to be a very, very deadly Sin. Yep, that is a deadly Sin. Great play by Cho'Gath, flashing back into the tower, throwing on the Ignite. And oh man, this could be bad news. Is it pick up? Yes, it does. But Cho'Gath, oh my gosh, the flash electromagnetic harpoon did not quite do it. And oh, Rumble is so close. If you would have hit that second harpoon, he would have been able to pick up that kill. Oh, Malphite's coming in. He may be able to get this kill. It's going to be close, but no, it looks like he has the electromagnetic harpoons. We're able to slow him down quite a bit. And now Taric is getting initiated on by two members of the blue team. Is Ezreal and Zyra going to be able to pick this up? No! One more auto attack would have been able to do it, but it just wasn't going to be enough. And in the meantime, wow, everything's just happening all at once. Now we do have a gank coming up top, and Anivia is coming in. She is completely isolated, but wow, she's getting so much damage. A nice harpoon threading the needle of those minions, and they're just cleaning up this top lane right now. Blue team doing a phenomenal job so far in this game. And I'm really worried about this Rumble if he continues to stay in this lane. Oh, Malphite is only level 3, just hit level 4. He has that blue buff. It's going to help him out a little bit. It's just not going to be enough to do what they need him to do. Malphite really needs to get back to the jungle. He's a little bit behind, not really, really far. He does have a kill, though, and that's going to put him a little bit ahead as far as gold-wise goes. It's just not going to be a whole lot. Lee Sin actually picking up the blue buff over Anivia, which is very interesting because Anivia with blue buff, I would personally say is the best champion in the game. If she has blue buff, she's the best champion, like completely OP. Without blue buff, she's still really good, but I think with blue buff, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, so Syndra going after the Wraiths, able to pick that up pretty easily. Up top, Rumble and Cho'Gath are fighting against each other once again. They are just both going all in. Rumble has absolutely no problems throwing out that Flame Spitter, and that Scrap Shield is just going to help him get away from every single Rupture. Cho'Gath, in hindsight, Cho'Gath is a really bad pick against Rumble, just because Rumble can throw down that Scrap Shield and get away every time, unless he is, of course, overheated. But the chance of that happening and Rupture still being up is so very slim. But yeah, Rumble's just going to be able to do so much work here. He's just going to keep throwing out that Flame Spitter, and yeah, he's just going to push the lane as hard as possible. Damn. Yeah, that's not going to be good for that Cho'Gath at all. He's completely pushed back to his lane. He's going to lose quite a bit of experience. And the fact that, yes, Rumble, oh my gosh, he was able to pick it up with that equalizer without any problems whatsoever. And this is just a free lane up top for the Rumble. Rumble's just having a field day right now, going 3-0-1 already, having those sword shoes. And at bottom, oh my gosh, Miss Fortune, will she go down? Yes, she will. Taric is still alive, but will he go down as well? Yes, the shatter is not going to be enough. That shield is just not quite there. Malphite almost going down the snare, not quite landing, but so very close. Zyra almost ends up going down from the aggro in the tower. Lee Sin is also almost dead, but wow, the blue team is applying so much pressure in so many different lanes. It looks like Syndra is the only champion right now that's really holding her own. She's 55 CS versus 43, just doing a great job right now. Zyra's looking towards the blue buff. She kind of wants to steal it, but she's all by herself, and I don't know if she's going to be able to do that since she's a support Zyra, not AP Zyra. It's just going to be not good. Ezreal throws out the ult, tries to get a little bit of vision, knows that nobody's coming, but he is going to end up backing off, and so will the Zyra. Ooh, it is a bloody game already. 8 minutes in the game, 7 kills to 2. The blue team is 3,000 gold ahead. No dragons have been taken yet, but I definitely expect that to happen soon. I kind of expect a big play to happen at bottom. They're probably going to take out the red team and then go for dragon. Or what the red team is going to do is they are just going to take dragon while they don't expect it. Although since he did just use a smite, that is not good. Not good at all. Typically, dragons still get taken until like the 10-12 minute mark anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Equalizer coming out, not really doing much of anything. He's going to throw out on those harpoons, just do a little bit of damage. Very unfortunate that he wasn't able to hit anything with that equalizer. It looked like a really good idea if you cut off this path right here or did a little diagonal action, but unfortunately it just didn't guess properly. Oh man, again, with so much damage coming down. Anivia is egged, and this could be really bad. Is she going to be able to get away? She does flash out of the way. She gets out successfully, but Ezreal, again, bottom, picking it up, getting that double kill. And this is going to be the perfect time for the blue team to take that dragon. And as you can see, they're already picking up for it. Rumble's transitioning down, going towards the dragon as well. So this should be a pretty easy pickup for them. As long as Lee Sin is there. Yes, he is. He does have his smite. This should be a pretty easy dragon. Yeah, that's just going to be so much damage so fast. Ezreal is going to be able to throw on and increase Lee Sin's attack speed, even though dragon's reducing it. And as you can see, his health's going down so far. So going down at about 10 minutes is super useful. And Rumble is just continuing to push, doing such an amazing job. Syndra is roaming as much as possible. Not really roaming, but just kind of farming as much as possible, getting to those wraiths, just getting that Chalice of Harmony as early as possible, making sure she doesn't run out of mana so she can continue to harass Anivia. At this point, Anivia doesn't have her egg up. So Syndra going back to get a little bit of AP is going to be so useful for her, just to get rid of this pesky Anivia. Some nice ward placements coming down. It looks like Lee Sin is finally going to give the blue buff to the Anivia. And that is going to be super useful for her. That may give her the ability to stay. But red team is now pinging off Rumble. Rumble could be in a really bad situation right now. The Rupture goes off. Does hit. The Unstoppable Force does not. Oh, that is... Wow. Really good flash on the Unstoppable Force. He knew it was coming. He had the ward there. It was just way too obvious for him, so he just flashed before it could even happen. And luckily for him, he actually used it anyway. Oh, Ezreal coming down when they're both snared, and wow, Taric absolutely melts. And they're just going to give that kill to Ezreal. Zyra runs away just to save herself, and that is another double kill coming out from Ezreal. Ezreal 7-0-1. Doing an insane job. He's still going for the Trinity Force build, which I find very interesting because usually when you're that fed, you just go straight up AD and wreck face even more. The Phage is almost never a bad idea though. Phage is so good, and he has Sork shoes for some odd reason. I'm not sure Ezreal getting Sork shoes. It's very, very odd. Oh, Syndra being able to take that out. Let's see how that transpired here. Anivia's playing a little bit passive for having blue buff. She could just phase it out. Oh my gosh. And that is going to be a phenomenal job by Syndra, just being able to get that stun. That one stun is really what helped it out. Yeah, that basically won her that fight, that one stun. And that's all it takes, though. That's all it takes is one stun. And then throwing on that slow, popping the ultimate. Just doing so good. Oh, this could be really bad. Lee Sin actually getting stunned by it. Oh, the Dragon Kick now coming out. She's going to be able to slow him, but he is going to follow through. She does not flash in time, but it would not have mattered. She ended up flashing a little bit too soon. So her flash is down as well as her life. Definitely a great trade for Lee Sin. Still so much pressure coming up top. It's only at about half health. Is Cho'Gath going to go down from this? Did throw out the Rupture. He's at 150 HP, just barely able to survive. And oh, it looks like there could be an issue. Rumble is going deep into the jungle. They don't call him Rumble in the jungle for nothing, that's for sure. And wow, he completely jukes out the Malphite. Malphite does not even know. And this mid tower could be going down from the combination of Anivia and Zyra, but since they don't really have many minions, they're going to back off. Oh, but Ezreal is now in the mix, and this is definitely not going to be good. The ultimate coming out, great stun, followed by yes, just the tip of it gets it. Oh my gosh. So the Sork shoes are clearly just for a couple of abilities, being his ultimate and his Essence Flux. Still two phenomenal ones. Oh, the Rupture going down, but it does miss. The Ignite going down, and oh, the Scrap Shield is definitely not going to be enough in this particular case. Very unfortunate. Rumble being a little bit too overconfident in his abilities. And it looks like they may start going onto the red team. A great Dazzle coming out. Zyra throwing out her Strangled Thorn is going to be able to pop up the Misfortune. Misfortune is totally out of position at this point. And wow, she still gets hit by that Lee Sin. Lee Sin can have absolutely no problems Dragon Kicking that. And it gets slowed from the Tempest. Lee Sin following up, going to be able to pick up that double kill. The ultimate from Zyra does not get it. Or sorry, Syndra does not pick up the kill. Lee Sin gets away scot-free. But Zyra ends up going down. Is she going to be able to throw out the ultimate? No! But the nice little pick from Anivia will. Wow, this is an intense game so far. Blue team doing a really good job. And this could be bad news for the red team. Blue team is already about 8,000 gold ahead, almost at 10-15 minutes in the game. Ezreal 8-0-5. Ouch. At 105 CS versus 76. Yeah, there's definitely quite a big gap in skill in that particular sense, I would say. Anivia does not have her blue buff, so she's trying to take the race, but she doesn't want to use all of her mana. She will probably go back soon. I'm sure she has quite a bit of gold as it is. Rumble going down once again, just going way, way too deep. And just being way too aggressive. He was able to take a tower. It was probably worth it, I guess. But overall, I don't know if it was the best idea. So 6,800 gold for Ezreal, doing a great job still. He does have his Trinity Force already at 16 minutes. And yeah, he is going to get slowed, but it's not going to do too much. The snare not quite landing, the grasping roots just not quite where she wanted it to be. The blue team is now pinging out for Dragon once again. Ezreal's throwing as much damage as possible. Syndra is going to be going down, but Lee Sin is caught out of position. The ultimate from Ezreal, the Stranglethorn's now coming out doing so much damage. The ultimate from Misfortune followed up by... Oh man, Ezreal is for sure going down on this one. The Ignite's on him, he's at 7 health. He gets a little bit of lifesteal, and that keeps him alive. Can you believe it? I don't believe it. Nobody believes it. It is unbelievable. And wow, Lee Sin picks one off the back of it, able to get that Misfortune. And holy cow, that is just absolutely insane. The red team is getting completely outplayed right now. And oh, Misfortune is just not having a good game either. Anivia does have double buffs now. Those auto attacks are going to be really nice for her. She gets a nice spike, and wow, the Flash Feast is going to be able to pick her up. Here's her ultimate. Going to do it. No, it's not going to dunk on him. Wow. So Anivia's stuns are still doing a pretty good amount of damage. It took her about 16 minutes to get that Rod of Aegis, which is relatively late-ish. It's late-ish. A good time for a Rod of Aegis is about 14 minutes, to give you a good idea. But Anivia did get... Oh no, Equalizer coming out. Is he going to 2v1? That could be absolutely insane. It still kills. Is it going to happen? No, yes it does. Even with the Dazzle, it's not quite enough. Oh, the Scrap Shield is going to have to come out. I don't know what he's going to do. A nice stun over the wall. He's going to try to pick this up, but it's definitely going to go down in the end. Lee Sin going to be able to get in and out of there without any problems. The ward in there is going to definitely help. And wow, Anivia still has her ultimate. Yeah, she throws it down finally, but is going to have to back it up. Blue team being so aggressive. It looks like they will be taking out this red buff if Cho'Gath doesn't have something to say about it, or Misfortune. This could be really bad. A nice stun coming out into Misfortune. Is it going to kill her? Not quite, but the Ignite will finish it up, and that is going to be it. The wall from Anivia kind of locking out Ezreal there, but Ezreal is still going to be able to shift out of there and pick up the kill. Wow. This is absolutely insane so far. Crazy placement games. You never know what's going to happen in these first 10 placement games. They're the most interesting games you can play, that is for sure. Anivia doing so much damage. Stranglethorn's coming out, but he is going to flash out of it. He's going to Unstoppable Force through the wall. And wow, that was a phenomenal upgrade coming out from Rumble. And wow, Ezreal is able to flop over the tower and pick up that kill with a nice little Essence Flux. And oh, this could be bad for Misfortune. Is she going to be able to pick this up? Oh, she throws down the ultimate. Scrap Shields can get him away. He does. He's overheated for 8 seconds. This is bad. Yes, the one more auto attack. Dead Rumble is dead. Oh man, Rumble. He's definitely died the most on his team. That's for sure. Right up there with the support. This is a very interesting build. Ginsu's Rage Blade with a Trinity Force and Sork Shoes from Ezreal. It's clearly working this game. I don't know if I'd make a habit of it. It's very interesting. Lee Sin is going real hard in the paint onto this Cho'Gath. Is Cho'Gath going to be able to do anything about it, though? That is the question. Zyra's going to be able to get away. She does have those boots of mobility to really increase her speed. Is he going to be able to get over the wall? No, he's silenced, and now he's dazzled. Rupture at the pop-up, and yeah, Lee Sin is definitely going down. There's absolutely nothing Zyra can do to help there. Very unfortunate. Stranglethorns was not quite up yet, but it just now came up. Red team is starting to make a comeback. They're up to 11 kills, so they're only down by 15 now, and they look like they're going onto the dragon. The dragon, great stun coming out from Syndra. Oh, the equalizer now plopping down on the middle of the team fight. Zyra's so close to going down. Syndra has those balls out. Is she going to be able to do a nice little ultimate? Ezreal is just doing so much damage right now, and wow. She does not quite land the stun, and oh, Ezreal is able to pick up that double kill. Holy cow, and now he's going to fight Misfortune head on 1v1, and the Unstoppable Force is going to be able to pick him up finally. But Zyra revenges the AD carry by getting a kill of her own. It's going to be her first kill of the game, doing pretty good so far. 17 assists, getting in some really nice clutch snares there. Really, really nice. And Rumble's just kind of, I don't really know what Rumble's doing. He's flashing. It might be a surrender vote. It's possible that it came out, or he's just really messing around. Oh yeah, that was a surrender vote. Wow. So again, once again, it's going to be hard to find those amazing 100% games at the beginning of the season. So I don't want you guys to be disheartened by the quality of games that are going to be coming out probably within the next maybe month or so. But the high elo people have to climb back to high elo, and then the lower skilled players, or quote unquote lower lucky players, are going to have to sink down a little bit or stay where they're at. So I really do expect it to be about a month or two before we get the highest quality games at least. We will still find a lot of really good games, though, so I don't want you guys to stop watching. The placement games are usually always interesting, so you'll see interesting builds, interesting champions, things you don't see normally, but you'll still see some great players. But yeah, again, guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any requests for champions or players that you want to see, leave a comment, send me a message, I'll add it to the list, and I'll see what I can do to find it. And also, make sure to recommend tag names for each of the videos, and if I choose your tag, I'll award you a point. At 10 points, I will be sending you an RP card, so make sure you participate in that, just to get some free RP. And I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.